If you build your Amazon FBA business properly, they're actually very, very easy and desirable businesses to sell. But how do you go about transferring the ownership of your Amazon FBA business to somebody else? Because Amazon really doesn't like you doing that. So there is a series of steps that you must follow if you're going to transfer your Amazon FBA business to somebody else. What are they? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you. Now, if you like this kind of information, where I'm helping you make money online, whether that's on your own D2C business, Shopify, Amazon, eBay, whatever it may be, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, because then I'll know you want more information just like this. Also, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, post brand new money making information just like this each and every day. If you've got any questions, comment below. I'm going to answer it personally for you too. With that being said, let me show you how to do this properly. I thought it'd be kind of neat to take you through my own protocol when I know an Amazon account is going to get sold, what I do to facilitate a smooth transition to a new owner. Okay, so here we go. Let's begin, and let us begin with this. Step one, you've got to get access. So prior to the exit, and really once you know that you're going to buy the business, or once you know that you're going to sell the business, you want to give the buyer or seller, the new person, access to the account at what's called the read-only level. Okay, so hopefully you guys have seen this before. You can choose different levels of access that somebody has. So if you want to bring on somebody to come and look after your Amazon PPC for you, or somebody to come and do work on whatever it may be in your Amazon account, you can give them access, but you can choose what they access and what level of access they get. Okay, so for a new acquirer, for instance, you want to give them read-only access, which is this up here, or just view access as they call it. You want to give them view access for your particular account. Okay, that way they can come in, and what happens with that is Amazon will log that IP address. That's the important thing, and you want to get them, or you, to access the account every single day for about a 30-day period, I find is what I do, which may be a little bit over the top, but I'm paranoid. That's what I do. Okay, so give the person access, or you request access at about 30 days out. Okay, next, once you have paid for the business, or once you have been paid for the business, your next step is to get full access to the account. And that means you want to be set up as an admin user in the account, and you move from being view only to full, complete control over the account. So now what will happen is two people have got control over the account. The buyer and the acquirer, the acquirer and the seller have both got admin access to the account. Okay, very, very important step of the process. You get to go and look at everything, and it ups the level of protection that Amazon will see you going through. Okay, super important. Next, once you've got that, you want to change the company details. So if you are acquiring a company in Australia, you would put in your PTY Ltd information. Okay, so you do it from this particular thing here. You put in all your business information, and you update the business info. So super important, because typically what will happen is you won't be acquiring the business itself of the acquirer. You'll just simply be acquiring the intellectual property. There's lots of different ways to skin that. I can talk about that more if you like, but typically that's not what happens. You just kind of take over the Amazon account. So you'll put in your company details. Okay, very important step of the process. Next, oh, I should mention as well that when you do that, you'll have to go through another tax interview. So factor that in, and that's typically depending on when Amazon schedules that, it can be kind of 2 or 3 days away. But don't do anything else until you've been through that interview, okay? Next, you want to submit a ticket to Amazon saying this. So, the legal entity is changing. So you've changed it. The legal entity is changing on my account, and I'm going to change the bank account as well. The bank account's the important thing. I'm going to change the bank account as well. We're going to be performing that change within 24 hours. So you tell them, hey, this is what we've done. This is what we're going to do. This is when we're going to do it. The bank account's a big, big thing. It's far more important to Amazon than the legal entity. So you give them 24 hours, and then actually you wait for 2 days. So you wait for 48 hours before you do anything else, okay? They may or may not acknowledge the email. It doesn't matter either way. You'll still probably get your account suspended when you do it, and that's okay, okay? But you want to tell them so they know what's going on, and it comes from within the seller portal. All right, now, this is going to be day 3 after you've gone through that process. So now you want to update your address and your telephone in this area. Okay, so you haven't touched that yet. Now you update the address and telephone in this area, so that's now reflecting your new entity that's controlling the account, the new bank account that's controlling the account, ducks in a row, blah, blah, blah. Make sure that's there. All right, so that's pretty much the process. However, as I alluded to, it's not uncommon at all for your account to get suspended, even when you've been through that process. It's not uncommon at all. And that's because anytime you change the bank account, it flags all sort of things with Amazon. And so even though you've said, hey, this is what's going on, it's not uncommon at all that you're still going to get that account placed on hold. That's what they typically do, okay? So if that happens, don't worry. It's a part of the process. Don't freak out. Bonus. Bonus number 1. One thing that I always do when I'm selling an account or I'm taking over an account, I always ask the admin user or myself as the admin user, I stay on the account for 30 days post doing all that stuff. And that's because just in case something happens and they go, well, the new account admin, we don't trust them yet. Where's the old account admin? Like if you've removed them, then you're kind of fucked. But if you keep them on there for 30 days, then you can just say, hey, you know what Amazon are like. They're just giving me some shit. Just help us out with this thing. And they can go and help you out and get you back access, okay? So that's a very, very cool thing to know. Next, bonus number 2. The root email that is used on an Amazon account, and hopefully this is not going to apply to any of you, if that is something like a Gmail account or a Hotmail account or an AOL account, it creates problems. So if you know that the root email of the account, what you're trying to acquire, has got one of them, then much, much earlier you want to get that changed. You want to get that changed to an email address that you can take over. Okay, that's a very, very important thing. What we do, because we know what we're doing, is we set up an email address. It's usually our brand name.com.au, our brandname.com, whatever it is, and that's something you can transfer with the account. Okay, that's important. That was a video from my regular weekly Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We're a community of over 2,000 members and growing. We are the fastest growing e-commerce direct-to-consumer community around the world, with sales, by the way, of over $70 million. That's our members' sales are $70 million per annum. If you would like to find out more about what we do and how we can help you build your own direct-to-consumer e-commerce business utilizing things like Shopify and Amazon and eBay, Facebook, TikTok, etc., etc., get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs, the link for that is in the description, .com.au, and I will see you on the other side. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.